Today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about the short game, but I want to do a quick review of some of the things we've already talked about. And I've enjoyed, I've seen some of the videos that we've sent. I haven't seen a lot, but some of you have sent in videos and looked at some golf swings, which I will later this week start going through and send some feedback on the swings and probably some individual lessons along the line of where you're at and some of the things that I see in the video, and want to make sure that everybody tries to get a video in if they can. If you can, and I've explained this before, you might want to just send me a little summary of what you've learned so far through the videos. So we are going to talk quickly about just the swing again. I feel I've rushed that a little bit in the last video, but I do want to go cover a few more things along the line of the swing. So the first thing I want to talk about really is the takeaway. And I think a lot of people, they really don't realize that the first thing you want to do is you want to move your shoulders in the takeaway, okay? You're not trying to move your hands. You're not trying to turn your hips. Everything comes natural if you move the shoulder, okay? So what I'm trying to do is I move the shoulder, okay, first. Then I hinge my hands, okay? And then I turn a little bit more, and my swing only gets to this point here. However, I'm at this point is the top of my swing. Some people are going to get to parallel. Don't really want to see the club going too far, but I want to see where you're comfortable. At this point in time, I'm going to take that right hip and I'm going to start turning it towards the ball. Naturally, I want my hands just to fall into place. I do not want to move them, like gravity's going to bring them down. And as I'm making my turn, everything else will come along, make contact with the ball, and release the club. In doing this, I want the left arm to be as straight as possible. I do not want any breakdown in that left arm. If you watch my swing, I have a little breakdown. I always have, always will. And in teaching, just because I teach it doesn't mean I do it right all the time myself. But I do have a little hinge in my arm, but it stays consistent through the swing. So I want to make sure that when we're taking this club back, it's the left shoulder first, and I'm making sure this left arm stays straight. When we get to the top of the swing here, my elbow is pointed to the ground, and at this point in time, I'm going no farther, and I want gravity to bring the club back. I'm turning my hips, and turning my right hip into the ball, make contact, and I'm finishing my swing. And that's basically the golf swing. We want to go from the weight on the right side to the left side. And this is back to this rotation that I talked about in the class before, is that we want to turn our body, turn our right hip, turn our left all the way through. So we want to take our right side, turn to the left, and concentrate on making sure that right hip gets right through the ball. As we make our turn, we pivot at our foot, our belt buckle's at the target. Okay? That's the complete rotation. We stay in the same space. We don't slide our knees. We don't get to this sliding. We pivot and we turn. Key to the golf swing, transferring the weight from that right side to the left side.